Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I am going to be giving my record and standing predictions for every MLB team. If you guys are baseball fans, I hope you have fun, and I'd love to hear your input. If you guys are not baseball fans, I recommend you give it another shot or give it a try if you haven't. It's a pretty slow sport, but it's super easy to understand. Anyway, couple of plugs as always. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. That's all I got for plugs though. Let's get into my MLB record predictions. Alright, so we've got this set up on the old TL today, and how I'm going to be doing this is I'll be going through every division, placing every team, as well as giving the record for every team as I go over them. Thought I'd try and keep this simple to not get confusing at all with two different lists of placement and records, so hopefully this works out well. Anyway, beginning with the AL Central, I got none other than the Minnesota Twins winning the division with 88 wins. I still think this is the best team in the division. You know, you can always expect the pitching to be lackluster because it seems to be like that every single year. Starting rotation, I should say. But this team is loaded with talent, and there's another young stud on the way up soon, hopefully, named Brooks Lee, who is going to make us even more deadly. Second place, I got the Detroit Tigers. I'll give them 82. Their fans have been talking a loud game, man. They're acting like they're going to be a real threat. So you know what I said? Let's make a bet. If you guys make the playoffs in any fashion, could be the wild card, I will go to your stadium and take a picture wearing a clown wig. Third place in the AL Central, I got the Royals at 79. Their fan base has been kind of loud too, thinking that they're going to make some serious noise. You can have your Bobby Witts, you can have your fossils called Salvador Perez. This team lost 106 games last season. Like, I don't doubt they'll be better than that, but I'm not scared. Fourth place, I got the Guardians at 70. I mean, for one, without Terry Francona, I think they're in big trouble, and for two, their roster other than Jose Ramirez just really isn't that good anymore. And in last, we got the White Sox. I think they win 62. They'll lose 100 games. They're terrible. Never forget the storm they were supposed to bring in a couple years ago with that young wave of players. Every one of them are either now gone or trash, and also their pitching has depleted to nothing. All right, next up, we got the AL East. So winning the division here, we got the Baltimore Orioles at 93 wins. In Gunnar Henderson, we trust. Also, in my brother's words, Jackson Holliday is going to win Rookie of the Year. Really, though, I think they're the best team in the division. I don't want to get too out of hand with my record predictions. You know, you got to try and keep them reasonable, especially with a competitive division like they're in, but I do not see them having any other finish other than number one. Second place, I got the Blue Jays at 90. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is my MVP. The team has an explosive offense considering they have him, Bo Bichette, George Springer. Wasn't Kevin Kiermaier like actually a really good hitter for him last year too? Pitching might concern me a little bit, but I have confidence. Third, I've got the Yankees at 86. Do I know I'm more than likely wrong on this? Oh, absolutely, but I fucking hate you guys. Oh, do I hate you. You make me sick. Unlimited money, go pick up whoever you want. You play in a stadium where a sack flies a home run. Go to hell. Fourth, I got the Rays at 84. I understand it's kind of a catastrophic drop, but roster-wise, even though I do think they have a lot of talent, I don't think it compares with the Yankees, Blue Jays, or Orioles. Be a lot better if Wander Franco, you know, wasn't a Predator. And then in last, we got Boston. I'm actually going to give him 77. I see a lot of people giving him far worse than that, but this team never seems to do as bad as you actually think they're going to do. Plus, they do have, again, you know, a few good players. Trevor Story, Rafi Devers. Darren Duran was excellent when he played too. I just don't think they're going to compete. And now we will move on to the AL West. So winning this division, unfortunately, I've got Houston at 91. Don't ever count them out. Don't ever write them off. They got a loaded team that can play with or without trash cans, and they've got a dominant pitching staff who just added Josh Hader casually. They also make me sick. Second place, I've got the Mariners at 89. Outstanding pitching rotation there. Their lineup also has a lot of juice. They just added Jorge Polanco, who was a very consistent player for the Twins for about 10 years. Gotta love J-Rod as well. I'm not certain they will be able to beat out Houston. Then we've got the Rangers at 87. Oh, the World Series champions. Their pitching is going to take a sandbag because they're not going to have Scherzer for half the year. They lost Jordan Montgomery. Mitch Garver is going to be gone from their offense, who you can't act like you're not going to miss. Actually, forgot to mention, he's on Seattle as well. Maybe I should have had them above Houston. I think they'll be a good team. I don't think they'll make the impact they made last year. Now we're in fourth. I got the Angels at 71. I mean, we're back to the Angels without Shohei, which was the Mike Trout Trout only show, and Mike Trout will get injured and miss a month because he does every year, and this team is just going to continue to be the train wreck they always have been. And tanking, we got the A's. I'll be generous and give them 60 wins. They'll only lose 102 according to this standings, but yeah, they're toilet paper. They're trash. They're dog shit. But don't worry, if the watch I'm not wearing is correct, in about 2 to 3 years, your farming system is going to catch up with you, and then you're going to have about a 3-year stretch where you play really good, don't pay anybody, and repeat this nightmare. All right, now moving on to the NL and beginning with the NL Central, one of the most boring divisions in the league, as well as the AL Central, ironically. Got the Cardinals going from worst to first and winning the division with 89. They underperformed as a unit last year. I think offensively they're going to bounce back, and their rotation just added Sonny Gray and Lance Lynn. And even if you want to give Lance Lynn a hard time, man, he went 7-2 last year. He might not have the offense to support him that was on the Dodgers, but he's still got a couple bats. Second place, I got the Reds at 83. Not the most exciting team, not the worst team, definitely not even close to it. It would be a lot better if Ellie would stop striking out so much, but he has all the potential to be the electric foundation that they need. Moving on to third, we got the Cubs. I'm giving them 81. A lot of people are putting them a lot lower. I think they have great offense. It's just, yeah, their pitching is not very good. Moving to fourth, we got the Brewers at 80. I know that's kind of a drastic drop for them too. I think they won the division last year, but I was not moved by their offseason whatsoever, and I think majority of the reason that they performed so well last year was due to St. Louis just being shitty. They're also kind of a minor rival with the Twins, so again, just kiss my ass. And then in fifth, we got the Pirates at 69. Dude, this team has O'Neal Cruz, and I love him to death. But aside from him, you're talking about senior citizens like Andrew McCutchen and Aroldis Chapman. They're going to do the same thing they did last year. Matter of fact, the same thing they do every year. Start off red hot, everyone's going to be like, they're somehow good, and then they're going to tank. All right, now we are on to the NL East. Give me the Braves at 97. I think they got the best player in the game with Ronald Acuna. Gonna be the NL MVP, by the way. Their pitching staff is healthy. They got the best pitching staff. They got the best lineup. They got the best team, I believe, honestly. It's debatable with the Dodgers, who we'll talk about, but dude, they're too good. They're a force. Spencer Strider is just a demon too. What did he go last year? Like 20-5, striking out 10 people a game on a bad day? But just know that when it comes to the World Series, we own you. I wasn't even alive when the Twins beat you in the World Series, but we own you, boy. Now we got the Phillies at 91. They have another powerhouse of a team, and they got my boy Bryce Harper, who I've loved ever since he came up into the league. Still have a good rotation, and I honestly think any position on that team is capable of hitting a ball 600 feet. Now we got the Marlins. I got them at 581 wins. I think that's a good placement. They're a decent team, like definitely not bad. They just added Tim Anderson too, as much as I hate the guy, but he can hit. Well, used to be able to, but with the team, they're not that bad. It's just, dude, that roster is not in comparison with the Phillies or the Braves. Like, there's nothing they can do to compete with those teams. After the Marlins, we got the Mets at 79, who will disappoint like they do every single year because it's the Mets. They could go sign Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, Shohei Ohtani. They're not going to be a good team. They just can't be. And ending the East, we got the Nationals with 71. They are garbage. Them winning the World Series in like 2019 was the most random shit in the world, dude. But hey, they did get Joey Gallo, so I could be wrong. From a Twins fan, you're fucked. Now, ending with the NL West, we got the Dodgers. I will put them in first, and I'll give them 100 regular season wins. But I still think the Braves are better. I think the Braves know how to win more when it matters. Dodgers are a powerhouse. They're a juggernaut, though. They're the team everybody should hate other than the Yankees. They just have unlimited funds to sign whoever they want. They have an all-star team on their roster at all times. Yet, unless it's a shortened season, they can't seem to get the job done. How embarrassing. Second place, we got the D-backs. I'll put them at 85. They have a pretty entertaining lineup. Pitching staff is decent as far as I'm concerned. Curious to see what Jock Peterson's gonna be able to do there. Isn't he kind of falling apart? Third, I've got the Padres at 83. I mean, losing Juan Soto is gonna be a problem, but this is another team that, you know, just a few years ago, they were supposed to really take over, and they still can. They have Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado, Tatis, but it doesn't seem like they're all playing at the same time, and when they are all playing at the same time, it doesn't seem like the engine's moving with all cylinders. Something in the organization just isn't working out. I'm not sure what it is. Fourth, we got the Giants at 75. They're gonna be a boring team. Like, I don't know how else to word it. I think they're all pretty old too. And also, what's the deal with Blake Snell? I heard he was retiring and now he's with the Giants. Like, what was he playing? Either way, it doesn't move me. And tanking in that division, we got the Rockies with 68. They're going to be terrible because their team is terrible. Shouldn't act like you don't have anybody. Chris Bryant, he's a good player. Charlie Blackmon, he might be on pace for the Hall of Fame, honestly. He's been a very consistent player for many, many years. But two guys alone ain't gonna be enough to dig you out of your grave. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for my predictions for this upcoming MLB season. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to let me know in the comments where you agree or disagree. And obviously show support to this video in any way because you guys know I appreciate it. However, with everything I said, I'm going to get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. And as always, I will see you in the next upload.